Hey everybody, here's a Nitroball video from Matt Pomeroy. You can find me on Twitter at physed_Pomeroy. You can also find me on YouTube at InnovativeHPE. This is a 2v2 ladder tournament. So kind of the conclusion of all of our lead-up activities. You can see the playlist for Nitroball on my YouTube channel. So you can go through that and you can kind of see the order that I like to run my unit, so you can go back and check that out. And if you're unfamiliar with how to play like a 2v2 game, you can go back and check that video out as well. And then the ladder tournament's just truly an extension of that 2v2 game. So we'll talk about it real quick, but these would be the rules that we'd use for the 2v2 ladder tournament. You can kind of read through those, check back on this. Again, go back and look at the 2 versus 2 game. I'm not going to cover it all right now. But truly what the ladder tournament is, again, you want to label your badminton courts or whatever courts you're using for those small-sided Nitroball games. I've got 6 badminton courts inside my gym, so I just label them 1 through 6, or I kind of say, hey, this is the top court, here's court 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. If I'm outside, I got 8 courts, and then again, I just label them 1 through 8, or kind of tell them, hey, this is the top court, and this is what happens if you either win or lose. So court 1's the top court. If you win, you stay there, and you continue playing at the top court every time you win. If you do lose, you rotate down 1 court. So same rotation happens for each court every time a game occurs. So again, if you win, you move up 1 court closer to court number 1. And if you lose, you move 1 court away from court number 1, so closer to the number 8 court. And I don't really kind of explain that that's the last court, but it's kind of the last court. And if you lose at court 8, you just play there again and you keep going there. But the idea of a ladder tournament is if you're playing multiple games throughout the class period, it helps you find teams of equal abilities, which again can help all their teams improve their gameplay skills and strategies. So whether they're at court 1 or court 8, they're going to be battling it out against teams that are competitive, and then that leads to better gameplay skills and strategies like we talked about. All right, so just quickly kind of run you through what it might look like or what some faults might be kind of in this, just so you can see what it does look like. So that red team is attacked after those 3 hits. Blue team's playing some strong defense. And again, red team's now coming back. Trying to set up that attack nearby that court. They set up a 3 hits. And again, big spike or a hammer down the middle. Red team scores. There was a double bounce on the blue team side. So now that red team's going to get a chance to serve and they get a point. All right. And then we'll kind of continue to play that out. Blue team falls back on defense, gets set up ready to attack. Again, trying to get that ball closer to that net because that's a cool thing. Everyone can spike in this game. You can play with badminton-sized courts if you want. You can play on like a tennis court, those kind of things. So you do have a lot of different opportunities. So there's another fault out of bounds on red. The other blue server is going to serve this time. And again, just like volleyball, it is rally scoring. So every rally, there's going to be another point scored. Red didn't let the serve bounce, so blue team scores. Same player continues to serve. And we'll just kind of keep this thing playing out here. Red with an attack. Blue's way back, almost outside their court. It's okay if they play outside their court. As long as when they hit it over, it lands inbounds. That was going to be 4 hits for blue, so the red team scores that point. And then again, player 2 serves. So great strategies that they can think about here. But just wanted to show you that ladder tournament format. Like I said, it's a great way to find some good competition and increase everyone's level of gameplay. All right, that's it. 2v2 ladder tournament. Enjoy.